I was planning. My hot water, for some reason, I was giving me some issues trying to get it boiling today. So there we go. Hopefully that will work. Let me find the video so I can see your guys' comments. There it is. Excellent. All right, we'll get started in a second. Hey, Master Far. Thanks for joining us. Excellent. All right. All right, we'll get started in a second. Hey, Master Far. All right, cool. I did my sound check. Looks like it's going good. Like she actually breaks down, goes into hiding for 20 years in the Japanese dub. Oh, weird. I'll have to check that out. All right, so what was I doing? Oh, I was looking for a head for an action figure that I was going to fix. Before we get to Hordak, I wanted to fix this Tila. I didn't put a regular head back on that I had customized for her. And I don't know where I put the head. I could have sworn I tossed it in this box. I keep grabbing these hands thinking they're heads. It's like orange hair. Okay, that's not it. This helmet's in the wrong box. Well, I can never find it. It was in the Revelation box. Oh! Alright. I found this head, but that's not the one I wanted to stick on her. Where is that Tila head? Hey, Leo X Rocks. Oh man, your Hordak was broken. You had to send it back. That stinks, man. I can't believe I lost that G.I. Joe head I had for her. No. What stinks about it is I bought the G.I. Joe just for that head, and then I sold the G.I. Joe without the head on eBay. Oh, it was a leg. You can't get a leg up on me. And now oh, there it is. Woo! I found it. Dun, da, da. Now I'm happy. All right, let's get another light on here. Okay. So a couple things to do first before we jump into the Hordak fun. One is to swap her head out, and it's going to take a while for the water to heat up. So I'm just going to go ahead and dunk her in her now, and we'll start doing our review. And by the time we're done, she'll be ready to be with her new head transplant. All right, so Hordak. I've been sitting on this figure for a while now because when I got around to opening it up. Turn this light off. There we go. And so, oh, almost knocked over the whole castle. So here we have the Hordak, and they made him in blue instead of in gray, so he's more Filmation-y looking. Now it does say Masterverse instead of Revelation, so I'm guessing this is a Masterverse figure completely. And it says Princess of Power She-Ra, and it shows we got She-Ra, He-Man, Zodak, Skeletor, and Catra. Now I almost bought Catra from someone on eBay just because I really want to get that figure. The price wasn't too bad, so I'm still debating I might get it. After all, I don't know. But then it has this really cool artwork of showing him on his throne with different of his Horde members in the background. And it says, Hordak, banished from Eternia by his pupil Skeletor, the vile Hordak rules the planet Etheria from the Fright Zone with cruel technology and dark magic. This ruthless tyrant delights in the pain and misery of others, even those in his evil horde who are most loyal to him. There we go. There is his biography. All right, before we open them, let's go ahead and talk about some other things. Big Bad Toy Store gave me credit because they're sold out. Oh man, that stinks. Mongo Boogie says it's interesting that this figure comes under the Princess of Power range. I thought it was weird that Hordak and the characters from the Evil Horde come under the Masters of the Universe range. Yeah, back in the 80s, it was a Masters of the Universe figure, but I guess now since they're mixing them, they kind of wanted to make them into the Princess of Power line. It kind of makes sense, I guess. All right, so here is the... No, it's not. That's not the Hordak. Here it is. Here is the Hordak we got with Classics. So cool. And he's gray. And I actually took and mixed him with a web store a long time ago. And I don't have any left. I ended up selling them all eventually. But it was kind of cool to make your own blue Hordak that way with web store. And you guys see me do that before with Origin. So it wasn't anything new. I've done it in the past as well. And of course, instead of Imp, we got this little red kind of creature. So I can turn this light back on. This little red kind of creature looking thing that would sit on his arm, which was kind of cool and kind of reminiscent of the 80s toy that had the big old bat shield thing and go on this side. So kind of cool. And then we got some other Hordaks. We have, let's see. We got this guy right here, which is our spin blade Hordak, and you put the spinning blade in there, and he had chrome armor. Now, everyone online told me the chrome armor flakes off, so I coated this one with a clear paint. And it's funny is you can tell the difference between the one that was painted and the one that wasn't. You can see the reflection difference in them. And I actually like how this looks better with the clear paint on there. So, there you go. Looks like some already flaked off right there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just the angle of the light and the reflection. It's just the reflection, I guess. All right. And basically, you would take weapons and stick them in his hand and spin them around. Let me show you this excitingness. Now, I got to fix his armband. It went up on his arm too high, and I can't get it back down without heating it up. Must have been when I was in the middle of customizing it one time. But you basically put these weapons on there, and they pop on really tight. Get on there. Ugh. And they're supposed to be able to spin with a little knob on here, but unfortunately, they don't spin. It still has the knob for pretend, but doesn't do anything. But they're so tight, you really can't spin them even in his hand, so it kind of stinks. So what I did was I got tired of having him, and I don't have another spin or another Hordak. That's annoying. Okay, there's one. I don't know how that happened, but I don't have a regular, ordinary buzzsaw Hordak to show you guys. I got one in the package still. I may have to open them up sometime soon. There we go. And then we got Buzzsaw Hordak, Buzz, and kind of cool because he, open his chest and he has his saw blade and stuff. But it really bothered me that they didn't include all the cool features in one figure. So I actually went and I made this figure here, and he has the spinning arm, so I could put stuff on there instead of just a regular hand. And he has the cool buzzsaw feature too. Now I also added this flame from the Hidden Torch that I use. So I stick this in here like that, and then put the this on the end. Now it looks like he's got something serious going on now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And as an extra bonus, I took the weapon and added a washer to it to give it extra weight, and then sanded down the front of this and made the hole just slightly bigger, so now it can spin. So that was kind of what I did, was try to make it so it could actually do something besides just sit there. And it's funny, if I take a fan, I can actually get the fan to blow it around, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, there you go. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about my customs, 'cause it's not what this video is about. Even though I love all the cool customs I make. It's just always bugged me. I had to buy 2 Hordaks to have the ultimate. So this is my ultimate Hordak. And then we got a blue He-Man. This one, right? Or not He-Man. A blue Hordak. And he came with a white head like this. And it's supposed to be reminiscent of the Filmation Hordak. And he had a little claw hand that goes on here, I believe. And some other stuff too. It's supposed to be a cannon. And so there you go. And I don't think this is the right armor for him. I think the other armor had like white on it somewhere. I think I still have that armor somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but you know, mixing stuff up and changing the parts around. And then I got this cool custom head that looks way more Filmation-y. And I had to add some O-rings to it to make it work right. But there you go. There's the cool custom head that makes it more Filmation-y. And then we finally got from Super 7 our Filmation Hordak. Dun, da, da. So cool. Now, the Filmation Hordak is kind of fun and kind of cool. One thing that bothered me about him was just how darn skinny he is. I mean, he's just like a toothpick compared to the rest of the Masters of the Universe. So, of course, I did my own mix like this, where I used his head and basically made a more beefy one. Now, this body right here is not a Hordak body. It is actually, oh, what is that guy's name with the big wheel in his stomach? I can't think of his name now, but he lays down and you zip him along. Oh, well. I'm sure someone will post his name on here in a minute. Yeah, I didn't get Catcher from Big Bad Toy Store yet. All right, so now we've gone through all the Hordaks. And of course the little blue beast that he had too. Now what's funny is look at the difference of these. This one right here on this side is the Mattel one, and this is the Super 7 one. The head on this one's like it's squished. It's kind of weird. And this one has, the Super 7 has head articulation, and that's it. And the Mattel one has arms articulating too, and the head articulates, but not as good as the Super 7 head. So it's funny, you would think they would have used the exact same mold, but they didn't. You can even see the wings are different. They're actually glued on separately for the Super 7 than the Mattel one. So kind of weird they just didn't use the exact same sculpt and mold, but it is very similar. All right, that's enough of reminiscing about old figures. Let's move on. Of course, Origins gave us some cool Hordaks too. I guess I should cover those. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Oh, here's my other Hordak that I just recently got, and I'll probably turn him blue with a web store later on. All right. So let's set these all aside, and let's get to the main event, and that is opening up the Princess of Power Hordak. Let's see, Juan Soto said, I got this Hordak last week, still don't like his face. That face, that face, that menacing face. See, Brian says, those little Moto Smurf, oh, you like those little Moto Smurf bats? Yeah, they are kind of funny. All right, there is the figure. And let's take a quick break while you guys are checking him out, and let's get back to work on our Tila for a minute, because she has been soaking way too long in that water. I got my tongs of power. Let's go and pull her head off. Of course, you know what? This head would have came off without soaking her. It's the other head. It's hard to get on. Being this head is made for a smaller peg for G.I. Joe, you really got to stuff it on there. Okay, it went on crooked or something. Something's not right. Let's try that again. There we go. It's still sitting on there, really weird. Come on, G.I. Jane. All right, there we go. Now, the reason why I remember to do her is I have her crossbow sitting up here on my table. I didn't want to lose it. And of course, I wanted to give it to Tila because it makes sense that because it used to belong to the G.I. Joe figure. There we go. And she is done. And she's reminiscent of the cartoon with her hair swiped back on one side, but yet she still has the feminine ponytail. So I'm happy with her now. She can just, there, that goes in that hand, I guess. All right, I'll put her away. I just had to get that done. It's been bugging me for weeks now. All right, back to Hordak. Yeah, it's a slight tone difference. It's not too bad once you're used to it. But yeah, it does look a little bit different, but And it's weird, it sits different than it used to. I'm not sure if something happened to the peg. All right, stick that gun back in her hand. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at his crossbow. Where are those scissors? Come on, chop off there. So the evil horde is known for their crazy crossbows everywhere. So here is his crossbow. It looks like it would glow in the dark, but I seriously doubt it does. It's not made to, but I bet you, I mean, it looks like it would with the coloring they use, but nothing moves on it. There's no cool little bump feature. All right, let's look at his shield next. Weird, I was not expecting that. He has the same hookup as the back of He-Man's shield. I was not expecting that at all. That's really strange. Huh. All right. He's got a blast effect. And he has lots of extra hands. Now, I hate when they do this, when they take and they put the cloth goods and hold them in with a little peg. Because the odds of them getting a small little hole in them is really high. Whenever I have a cute figure, I always like to cut up the back of the thing so I don't get it stuck on there. So we'll just do that here as well. There we go. I used a lot of these little pegs everywhere. Oh, there's another one on the cape too. Come on, Mattel. All right. Oh, these little pegs. Little pegs. Ah. All right, let's get his duck feet out of there. Oh, that one didn't go either. Hooray. We got him out of there. There he is. What do we got going on here? I'm sure that comes off. Okay. Well, that is interesting. Does this arm come off? Oh, it does. Well, we got to see how ambidextrous this arm is. Oh, look at that. You can put this on either side. So if you got two Hordaks, you can put two arms on there that are the robotic ones. Let's see, are these removable? I always like to put it on the bicep. I think it looks way cooler than up in the pinch of the muscle up there. Ugh. All right. Those are some tight joints. Now, I don't know why they couldn't make all their figures removable pieces like this. That'd be kind of cool to do. But his universal arm's kind of cool to be able to put it on either side. And you can see it's just totally symmetrical. So if you rotate it this way, that line lines up over here. Or rotate it that way, it lines up over there. So if you got two of these, you can put it on either side or both sides. All right, he's got ankle articulation, boot cut, double jointed knees, thigh cut. He's got the hip movements. He's got his waist. He has an ab crunch under his armor. He has shoulders, bicep, cut. Double jointed elbows. That one's stuck a little bit. And then his wrists move too. But I'm going to stick regular hands instead of fists. Of course, he has his magical pointing finger, which would actually work better for Skeletor. I guess it's supposed to be for his crossbow, I suppose. And these come off too if you don't want to have the black bands on there. This one scares me. His wrist is really loose. There we go. Dun-da-da. Let's take a look at that head. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I just way zoomed in. I just swapped the hands out. Look at that face. That's a face only a mother could love. Oh, how weird. Okay, let's just take off his head and take a look at this. So they got these 3 peg holes in the bottom here to hold on the helmet going through the cloth on top. That's a pretty clever design, because just one, it would swivel too much, but with 3, it keeps this cowl in place on the armor and the cape in place, swedged in between the cowl and the armor. That's actually a pretty clever design. Good job, Mattel. And of course, I like that his head is separate. I hated that in the 80s where the head was just one piece. Actually, how's the new toy? Where is my... Oh, it's one piece in the toy, isn't it? Yep. All right, let's see how that crossbow fits in his hand. And it's funny, why have a trigger finger if there's no even trigger even on there from the pull? All right, let's pull his arm off. Let's stick in his... Now, is this the same blast we got with the that little vehicle we got? What was it? I don't know where that blast is. It's like the same blast that we got with that one-man vehicle. All right, and in this time the claw's universal. It bugs me is the one we got with classics. The thumb sits on top, so if you wanted to customize it, you would have to literally turn the claw over, cut it off, and re-glue it. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, here's the one you got with classics. And it's cool and all, but the thumb is on the top. So if you were to make it work, you'd have to literally cut this thumb off and put it on the other side, you know, to make it be ambidextrous. So they did do some improvements. I do like the ambidextrous arm, so I can go on either side. That's really cool. And I think that's... Yes, Unicron. He does look like a ping pong ball. That's funny. Sky Sled. Thank you, Jinx Caliber. It's been a tough day today. It's Friday. I haven't had my nap yet either. So, let's grab the Sky Sled. Nope, the blast is different, it looks like. It's much smaller. So I was incorrect. But I thought it might have been the same, but they are different. Yep, even the bump's a different size, so they won't even be interchangeable. Which is kind of cool to have different size blasts for Hordak, you know, but they made the bump a different size. All right. So let's compare Hordak to other figures in the line. So here he is next to Teela. Next to Flea Man. Next to Skeletor. Skeletor! And Man at Arms. All right, there you go. There is your new Hordak. He's pretty cool, if you like Hordak. Let's see, I'm gonna take you guys look at your comments. Let me turn off his secondary light so I can see your comments on my screen in front of me. Let's see, Mike Fee says, so bummed out. Now he is a cool figure, laughing out loud. Yes, yes, this is a travesty for sure. But we've gotten lots of cool Skeletor since then, so... Yep, he's not the only Skeletor around. Which I am so glad for. Alright. Well, that's all I have. I do have a She-Ra to open. I'll probably do a video on her soon. I know what's missing. I'm missing my light next to me on the side here. I thought, why do I got so much space over here? That's why the lighting looks so bad. I usually have a light sitting on this side shining over across everything, but it's in the other room on my 3D printer because I'm doing a live video feed in there. See, it's not so bad now. She's cooled down. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not horrible. Better than that. Of course, I do use this head for my Thunder Kick Teela. Thunder Kick Teela. She just looks so cool. Anyway. You woke me up. What do you want? I'm showing off the new Hordak, man. But I am done now. Let's see. Someone said, Mike Fee, if no Hordak, there would be no Skeletor in the storyline, Rick. You know, Mike Fee, you know I love you, man, but I'm not a Hordak fan, and I actually preferred the Skeletor story before Hordak existed. It being Hordak's pupil just makes Skeletor one step down lower. It's like, really? Hordak trained you? You weren't already this awesome, cool skeleton guy face before? When the old mini comics had it right from a different dimension, that was cool. Even the fact that he, was a magic user that was King Randor's brother and turned blue from the magic and, half dying was cool too. But being that he was just, Hordak's pupil and already blue to begin with, not cool, man. All right. That is all I got today for this one, but I'm sure I'll have more videos later. It's funny, I just cleaned up my desk too. You never know by this mess of Hordaks everywhere. And it's got Hordak's stuff spewed all over the place. There's even a Hordak way over there. Just went out there next to Skeletor. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I have no Darth Vader for this video, so I will see you guys. Oh, Pop Actor says not a Hordak fan either. Leo X Rock says Hordak's okay to me. Brian says Hordak didn't kill the line. Extendar and Rotard at that. Are you going to head swap? Oh, head swap. Sure. Let's do a head swap. So let's see. Let's pull his head back off. And you know what? I'm going to try to toss on that custom head. Now, this custom head was made by, I forget her name, but she also made my Frosta head too. She's from Italy. She does some really amazing good work. Just a little bit tight. Yeah, it's not going to fit on there. And unfortunately, his head's not made of rubber. You have to actually sand it bigger. So that's a bummer. Let's go ahead and try this head. This is from Classics. And it too is a tight fit. So I'll have to toss it into the hot water. Into the vat. We'll let it sit there for a while it warms up. So I did go back and rebuy all the Horde figures I ended up selling last time. So I did get a new Skeletor wingless. It has no wings. I guess I have to put wings on them again if I want them. And then I did end up getting a new Leech as well, because I'm going to set aside a Horde box for my grandson. I'm not a fan of the Horde, but I bet you he'd probably love it. I mean, I like some of the Horde figures. Some are kind of cool, but so, and then of course we got Mr. Bug Eyes. Mr. Bug Eyes. And yes, his eyes are stuck out. How cool is that? It was actually somebody's idea here to make them stick out. And I said I could figure that out. So I put on this little piece of clear heat shrink tubing. Ooh, so hard to pull out, which is actually removable. So once I pull this heat shrink tubing off, I can now use the regular spring. Or I can put it back on, and then it gets stuck on the edges. Ooh, and it stays out the whole time. So check that out. So now I can pose him like he's doing his bug thing without having to have my hand behind him. All right, let's see if that head is softened up enough. Probably not, because my water's cooling down. It cools down after a while. Even though I have it in this little thing sitting here, trying to stay hot, it still sometimes cools down. Now, in order for this to fit, it has to actually stretch over the larger ball joint. So it's got to be, oh, it's pretty good. Look at that. There we go. Oh, man. Much better. Holy shenanigans. That looks so much better. Just that one quick head swap. Look at that. Yep. Way better. That's just crazy. Just doing something as simple as that can make all the difference. You know what? I wonder if this claw will fit in the old one, because I like this claw better. It's not as detailed, but I like the fact that it could fit on the right side too. I gotta try it. Since we're swapping parts. Oh, nope. Oh, well, maybe. Ugh. It does fit, but not very tight. It can pop right back off. Yep. Not compatible back and forth very easily. Oh well, it is worth a shot. Hordak, what did you do, man? I think his Depends leaked or something. All right. That's all I got. I'm out of lame jokes too. So I will see you guys for the next video where I open up She-Ra. If all the Hordak haters are here, I will take them as donations, laughing out loud. Sherrod. All right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bye now. Good journey.